Hey guys, haven't made a video in a while, but it's Andy, King of All Crypto. Thinking about changing my name to King of All Gamble because what some people may not know about me is poker has been a very big part of my life here. So here you can see Graton. I'm here for the $800 Rungood Poker Tour main event. There's 4 different flights. The first flight starts today at 11, so I'm here just about at 11:30 making a video. So yeah, I've been playing poker over 20 years now, and all over the world too. So tournaments are actually a great value because tournaments are where you get people that only play poker like once or twice a year, right? Like like cash games are generally a lot tougher than tournaments. But yeah, so here you have the schedule for the main event. You can see there's 4 flights. One at 11 a.m., one at 5 p.m., and Graton is only less than an hour away from San Francisco. So if you're in the Bay Area, if you like playing some poker, like today's tournament is a good bet. And tomorrow there's 2 more flights, 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. So I think this tournament is going to get about 1,000 players. So first place is probably going to be like it's going to be over 100K for sure, right? Maybe between 100 and 200K, right? So like think about 150K. So like the mega stack broke all records last week with I think 1,300 players. So this main event is gonna be awesome. So yeah, so I think if I get it in on a hand and I'm all in on a draw and someone calls, I'm gonna have to give them my trademark. I'm gonna give them my trademark. It's gonna be Gambol Gambooool.
I have had some success in tournaments. I actually won the first tournament I ever played back in 2005. It was a $200 buy-in Party Poker Sunday tournament. There's like 2,000 players. So when I won it, I ended up buying this Lotus Elise. So let's get into some hands now. The first all-in I get into here is with Queen Jack offsuit. I opened for 2.5x from early position. Button, who is short stack, calls. We take a flop of 10-9-4 rainbow. I c bet for slightly below pot, intending to shove on the turn. Unexpectedly, button jams, and it's an easy call for me. Um, he doesn't have many chips. I'm getting pot odds to call. Gambol Gambooool. And immediately he flips over a set of nines. Not good. On the turn, he fills up, and I'm just immediately dead. So, not a good start. Next hand, it's Queen Jack once again, this time suited from the big blind. I elected to just flat before the flop and see a flop, and once again, I flop open-ended with the rainbow, this time King 10. Makes me the open-ended. This is slightly different because it was an early position raise. I decided to check raise. Maybe I can get him off of a 10. Unlikely I can get him off of a king, but you know, I plan on shoving the turn to get him off of a 10, and he just jams all in, and obviously I have to call because of pot odds once again. So he turns over aces, not a good matchup for me. Only have 6 outs. Gambol Gambooool, and it breaks out again, and I'm back to starting stack. Not long after, I pick up queens from the cutoff, and the big blind decides to jam. He's still kind of short stack, even after I doubled him up. But he decided to jam with ace jack, so maybe he's giving me a little more action because of all the queen jacks that I've turned over. So my queens hold, and I have a decent sized stack going into the first break. So I'm gradually chipping up, winning some small pots, and I wake up with queens again. So I 3-bet shove, and the guy thinks a little bit. He's kind of short stack, and he ends up calling and showing a queen. So I think I'm in great shape, but he's actually slow rolling me. He has the same hand as me, so we both just we chop up the blinds. But now I have about 80K chips, so I'm in good shape right now, pretty comfortable. until disaster
Big one
strikes.
where I got it in with kings overpair against pocket eights overpair. Eight on the turn. That pot was like 150k. So that was a big pot early in the tournament. Would have been nice to hold on that one, but lost that pot. I'm down below starting stack now, so it's a little bit too late to rebuy. But there's another flight today at 5 p.m. and then 2 more flights tomorrow at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. So yeah, I'll show some of the hands a little bit later in the video. It's nice that I know how to edit videos now, so I can put my clips together. So
Here's the hand that crippled me. It's a great flop for me. 3-3-5, and I have kings, and I was early position raiser. I get a flat caller from mid position. I think one of the blinds also called. So I see bet flop, and he just shoves. Easy call for me. On that board, he has pocket eights, and right away 8 on the turn, and he wins a big pot, about 150k chips. Now I am pretty short stack, back down to about 40k chips, where I linger for quite a few levels, just managing to barely keep my head afloat by shoving around 10 big blinds with any decent hand, any pair, any ace, some weaker hands when there aren't a lot of people left to act. So I'm just scraping by at this point, trying to stay alive long enough to get lucky. So here's my chip stack after the dinner break. For dinner, I have a bottle of Ensure. It's like a meal in a bottle. It's 350 calories. So if you have 2 of those, it's equivalent to like a hamburger, basically. So right now my chip stack's about 50k. Still treading water. Waiting for some double ups. I might need 1 or 2 double ups to stay in this thing. So here it gets folded around to me. I'm on the button with Queen 7 offsuit, and I have about 11 big blinds, so it's a, average hand, but you're not going to have many opportunities better than that on the button folded around to you. So I decide to shove and get called by pocket fives. I'm pretty happy that I'm flipping when getting called, and I just flopped the stone cold nuts with the full house. So nice, I needed that. Up to 100k now. And here is the hand of the night, ladies and gentlemen. I opened from under the gun with 8-9 offsuit because I'd been playing tight, so I thought people would give me some respect and put me on potentially a big hand. Flop comes ace 4 deuce with 2 hearts. I flop the 9 high flush draw. It gets checked to me. And I have 100k left with a 50k pot, so I'm not sure exactly what to do. I end up just jamming it, hoping that maybe an ace will fold. I don't want to bet smaller and be put in a position where I have to call it off with a 9 high flush draw. So I just jam, and the small blind calls. That's not good. And then the big blind tanks. And he ends up folding what he said was the nut flush draw. So the turn I hit the queen right away, and now I'm in great shape. I have 200k.
So that is the end of day 1A. I survived the bubble. There were 2 people all in at the same time. On one table, it was red aces against black aces, so not too interesting, and obviously nobody busted out of that hand. But on our table, we had a flip, basically. It was a small pair against king-queen, and the guy hit his king on the river, like probably the whole table was rooting for the king on the river. And so that's the end of the day. I made it to day 2, which is going to be Sunday at noon. I got a decent stack, 218,000 chips, so now I get to enjoy Saturday with my family and come back Sunday and not have to worry about how many bullets I was going to fire, because there was a time there where it was not looking good. I'd been short stacked for quite a while, picked up quite a few small pots, just chipping it, jamming before the flop, and now we're in good shape for day 2. So I'll be ready for day 2. Let's see how it goes.
So make sure to tune in on Sunday to see what happens on day two. I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe and comment. This is just my first poker video and my first video using this editing software, so I apologize if it's a little bit amateurish, but I'm sure my skills will improve the more videos I make.